Hey there, in this training, I want to talk to you all about how to build a motorsport sponsorship proposal. Check it out. All right, in this video, we're going to talk all about how to build a motorsport sponsorship proposal. My name is Chris Bayless. I'm the founder of the Sponsorship Collective, where we help motorsport teams turn themselves into magnets for sponsorship. And that's what this video is going to be about. But before we dive in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss another video all about sponsorship. And if you like this video and want us to keep producing free content like this, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Let's talk about the current model of the sponsorship proposal and, frankly, the entirety of the motorsport industry when it comes to sponsorship. Step one, most people just turn themselves into a giant billboard and think that sponsorship is all about logo placement. And so they want to give brands a million places to slap a logo. They take all of these logo placement opportunities, put it into a sponsorship package, then send that sponsorship package to every single company they could possibly think of, be completely and utterly ignored, and then make no money. Have you noticed that this method to getting sponsorship doesn't work? Well, there's actually a really good reason for that. It doesn't work because it doesn't work. This is not how to pursue sponsorship. This is how to pursue wasting your time in exchange for no money. But you already knew that it didn't work. That's why you're watching this video. So what does work? Let's talk a little bit more about the things that are probably missing from your sponsorship package that are preventing you from bringing on the sponsorship you need. I really like to make a distinction between two types of so-called proposals. A sponsorship proposal is something you send a prospect after you've had a discovery meeting. A proposal has dollar signs, dollar amounts, and asks for a specific amount of money that you've already discussed with your potential sponsor. The other type of proposal is what we like to call the business case. The business case document makes the case to the business why they should agree to meet with you in the first place. If you're sending a document to potential sponsors before you've met with them, and that document contains dollar signs and grids and asks for money, this is in large part why it's not working for you. Before you meet with a sponsor, send them the business case. After you meet with the sponsor, then and only then can you send them a proposal. After all, you don't know what to propose until you've had a conversation with them. So this training is going to be all about the business case. Step one in building a business case, or the type of proposal that generates meetings, which then generate sponsorship dollars. Step one is to define your marketing opportunity. Notice that I didn't say make a list of all the places that a brand can put a logo. I'm asking you to define your opportunity through the eyes of a marketer. You're not trying to build awareness. As a marketer, you're trying to get somebody to consume the product of the sponsor you're aligning with. The fact is, marketing as a broad term contains all sorts of ways that brands can interact with your audience using sponsorship. Logo placement or awareness is a tiny, tiny fraction. And frankly, most brands don't want brand awareness. They want something else. Brand awareness might be part of it, but it's a really, really small part of it. The absolute most important thing you can do is know your audience. Sure, it's helpful to know the entire motorsport audience, but your specific audience, your fans, those who are attracted to what you do, those who follow you on social media, those who come and visit you, those who want to learn more about you, your fans are who sponsors want to connect with. If your audience is identical to the broader motorsport audience, then really a sponsor can connect with any other vehicle, any other team. They don't need you, but they do need you to connect to your 1,000 true fans, or however many fans you have. The belief that in order to do well in sponsorship, you have to have millions of viewers, millions of fans, millions of eyeballs is wrong. The old marketing saying, the riches are in the niches, applies here. That's right. You want to focus on your niche, your niche audience, the audience that cares about what you do, that cares about your brand, that have aligned themselves with you. Because if you can help a brand market to people who care about your success, you will be able to help that brand sell more product, as opposed to being just another billboard driving around a track. Should you put logos on stuff? Sure. But will you make a whole lot more money if you create amazing experiences for your fans? Absolutely yes. So when building a business case, you want to be able to describe yourself as a marketing opportunity. You want to know your audience, and you want to use what we call the 50% rule. Simply put, 50% of your business case and subsequent sponsorship proposals should be audience data. 50%. So if you're sending out a 30-page proposal to sponsors and a paragraph is on your audience, this would be the most likely reason that you're not being successful. You want half of every proposal, half of your business case to be about audience. We typically recommend to our clients that they have 25 to 30 data points on their macro audience, right? Their broader, more general audience, and then 25 to 30 data points on no less than 3 avatars, 3 audience personas within their broader audience. It sounds like a lot of audience data because it is a lot of audience data. Remember, you are trying to engage in a marketing discipline. Sponsors are marketers. Marketers try to connect with specific audiences and get that audience to take action. So your sponsorship proposal should be overwhelmingly focused on who your audience is. This change alone should significantly improve your sponsorship program. If your sponsorship proposal has a grid, gold, silver, bronze, or any other name, a checklist with a bunch of stuff that sponsors get, you should stop this immediately. There is no place for this in a business case. There is no place for this in a professional sponsorship proposal. And sponsors don't want to work with amateurs. They want to work with professionals. So putting grids, the sign of an amateur sponsorship program, into your proposal automatically tells the potential sponsor that you are not playing in the same realm as them. And that's the last thing you want. So what do you do instead? Instead of grids, build amazing experiences for your audience. We call these activations in sponsorship. Instead of logos on a bunch of stuff, e-blast to a bunch of people, social media posts, include some amazing experience for each of your audience niches, each of your audience avatars. Done in this way, a potential brand can see clearly how you're going to attract their target market to an experience and connect them to that audience. Logos on stuff does not connect brands to their target market. Amazing experiences for their target market where they can showcase product, where they can actually meet the people they want to be connected with, where they can collect email addresses and contact information. These are the things that brands are willing to pay a premium for. So swap out the grids, swap out the gold, silver, bronze for 3 or 4 activation ideas that you can share with a potential sponsor, all with the purpose of getting them to agree to a meeting with you. The other thing that you definitely want to include in your business case and your proposals are case studies outlining times when you worked with a brand, when you engaged in sponsorship and created a positive, measurable outcome for your sponsors. Now, if you don't have case studies, that's a pretty good indication that the type of sponsorship you're selling is not high impact and not producing ROI. So if you don't have case studies, you should work really hard to create an amazing experience for your audience with a sponsor, maybe at a discount, so that you can get a case study and a testimonial into your business case. Sponsors are not investors. They're marketers. They're not looking to take a risk with you. They're looking for a return on investment. And the more social proof that you can provide, the better. It's also really important that you include things like your media footprint, media partnerships, samples of media that you've personally received, your social media following, your web traffic, and any other way that you are connecting to people digitally or through traditional media off the track. And if it's worth saying once, it's worth saying 1,000 times. The business case that goes to a potential sponsor before you meet should absolutely not have values in it. Everything you do in the world of sponsorship should be custom. Business case goes out to a potential sponsor. They learn about your audience, your media footprint. They learn about the cool activation ideas you have. They see a case study and they think, I want to meet this person. In that meeting, you negotiate exactly how you might work together. Then you negotiate a budget range and then put together a proposal with amounts. That's the flow of business case to proposal. So instead of thinking logos, grids, and awareness, shift your thinking to marketing, audience, and experience. If you can incorporate those three things into your business case and into your mindset as you're seeking sponsorship, you will be far more successful than if you shotgun blast, e-blast prospects a proposal they never asked for, hoping that you guessed at exactly what they're trying to achieve. So what's the real goal of the business case? The one thing you're trying to accomplish by putting together a business case document? The only goal of the business case or the proposal before a meeting is to secure a meeting. Sponsorship sales are done in person between two people, not done through sales material. So once you use your business case to get a prospect to agree to meet with you, you want to then have a discovery meeting. What is the purpose of a discovery meeting? It's a chance for you to ask questions. Find out from your prospect what they're trying to achieve, who their target market is, what kind of marketing they're doing today, what kind of outcomes they're getting from that marketing, and whether or not it's working. You want to determine whether or not you can help them access their target market and audience better, faster, cheaper. A discovery meeting is not a pitch session. A discovery meeting is a chance for you to go in, ask a ton of questions, and determine whether or not you can even provide value to that brand, whether or not you even have their target market, and whether or not they even want to see a proposal. Then, and only then, can you submit a proposal outlining all of the things the sponsor is interested in the price range that you negotiated with them in the discovery meeting. That proposal is allowed to have dollar signs and figures in it. Like all things worth doing in life, sponsorship takes time. It takes effort, and there are no shortcuts. Actually, that's not entirely true. You can have a shortcut to no thank you with sponsors. And the way you do that is by sending sponsorship proposals to strangers who you've never met with. Those proposals should have grids, should have logo placement as the main focus, completely made up values, and you should ask strangers for $50,000, $10,000, $5,000 in exchange for a bunch of logo placement. That is the fastest path to failure in sponsorship. So that, in a sense, is a shortcut, but it won't get you what you want. You can have a slow yes or a quick no, but nothing in between. All right, if you enjoyed this video and you want me to keep making more motorsport sponsorship videos, drop your biggest takeaway down below in the comments. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and give us a thumbs up. And remember, the sponsorship proposal does not make the sale. You do. Good luck out there.